we move on to Check Me Out, our weekly showcase of Nigerians doing great things around the world. This week, we profile Kachi Benson, who made history at the 2019 Venice International Film Festival by becoming the first African to win the prestigious VR Awards for his virtual reality docufilm, Daughters of CHIBOK. Let's check him out.
My name is Kachi Benson. I'm a documentary filmmaker and a virtual reality content creator. Check me out. Growing up for me was just like any other kid. Later on in life, my parents split up. And so those were kind of interesting years because they were tough. My mom passed on when I was 18, so that sort of, put paid to my going to uni dreams. So I tried different things. My cousin used to work as an Okada rider, so he taught me how to ride Okada, and I tried that for a bit until one day I ran into a stationary police van, and I collected some slaps that made me quit that job as well. So in terms of studying, I think the three major experiences that I've had would be Central Film School in London, then I had a fellowship in the States, and then I think the last one, which was really, really important for me, was a storytelling masterclass that I had in Portland. I don't know what I was expecting to see in London, but what I saw didn't freak me. But I made up my mind that I would go back home because I felt that, there are more opportunities for me back in Nigeria. A couple of years ago, I was filming in an IDP camp in Borno State. And I remember a gentleman walked up to me and said, "Hey, have you ever heard of virtual reality?" And I said no. A year later, a lady who I've been doing a lot of work for over the years called me and said, "Hey, look, I want to make a virtual reality video." And I said to her, I don't do VR. She said, "Well, you have to go and figure out how to do it." So I cleared out my account and flew out to the States and bought the camera, did the training, and came back to Nigeria. But something happened when I was in the States. That was the first time I wore a headset. And the moment I wore the headset, I understood immediately what that guy was telling me 2 years ago. Because it was as if I was transported to another location. We had finished making Daughters of CHIBOK, and the first thing for me was to show the film to people. And then a friend of mine just said, "Hey, look, why don't you send this thing to film festivals?" And I said, "Okay, yeah, I can consider that." And she said, "But let's not send it to any film festival. Let's look for like the big ones." And then she now said, "Send it to Venice." Like, Venice. I sent my film to Venice last year and they rejected it too. She was like, "It doesn't matter, send this one again." From the first day up to the day it premiered and all along, everybody kept like, the reaction was always amazing. That was crazy. I broke down in tears, man. Using my stories to amplify the voices of people who ordinarily would not be heard. It's a big deal for me. Beyond the commercial value and all of that, it's really about amplifying people's voices. Stay hungry, stay curious, never stop learning. My name is Kachi Benson, and I'm a documentary filmmaker. You just check me out.
Fantastic work. Keep blazing the trail, Kachi. All right, let's now take a quick reminder of our top story today. Just Nigeria has met the Muslim cleric who risked his life to keep over 200 Christians safe from suspected terrorists. Do join us again next week, where we'll be checking out Omobola Imoisili, a computer scientist and writer, using children adventure books to promote African culture. Let's know your thoughts. You can join the conversation on Twitter at JustNigeriaTV. And for more on any of our stories, visit bbc.com/Africa and channelstv.com. That's where we are drawing the curtains on the show today. Thank you for staying with us. Until next time, I am Wali Fakile. Goodbye.